What if everything you've been told about one of history's most brutal tyrants is only half the story? Because when people talk about Qin Shi Huang, they usually mention the same things: the book burnings, the mass executions, the iron-fisted rule. A ruler obsessed with control, a symbol of absolute power. But what if I told you he wasn't just trying to control chaos? He was trying to eliminate it entirely. Not with fear alone, but with something far more ambitious: a system. And the strangest part is, we didn't learn this from the emperor himself. We learned it from someone almost invisible. His name was Shi. He was born in 262 BCE. Not into a noble family, not into power. He was born into a world at war. China in the 3rd century BC, it was not one country. It was 7 kingdoms, constantly fighting, constantly consuming each other. She grew up watching borders shift, armies march past his village, and old certainties collapse. By the time he was a teenager, he had been registered for state service. That was life in Qin. The state knew your name, your age, your address, and sooner or later, it would call on you. She answered that call 3 times. 3 times he put on armor. 3 times he marched to the front. He fought in the campaigns that would unify China under a single ruler. He helped crush the rebellions that followed. He wasn't a general. He wasn't a hero, celebrated in any history book. He was just a soldier who survived. And when the wars ended, she went home and became a clerk, a local legal official, a paper pusher, inside a vast bureaucratic machine. He spent the rest of his life reading laws, writing reports, and making sure the system worked. He died at his post in 217 BCE. He was 45 years old. History forgot him almost immediately. In 1975, archaeologists opened his tomb. Inside, they didn't find treasure. No gold, no weapons, no jewelry. What they found was this: 1,155 bamboo slips, stacked beneath his body, around his waist, near his hands. She had been buried with his work. Think about that for a moment. When this man faced death, he didn't ask for silver. He didn't ask for silk. He asked to take his notes with him. Not because someone told him to. Because this was his life's work. And he was proud of it. Those 1,155 slips contained something historians didn't expect. Not propaganda. Not poetry. Not prayers. Qin law. Real, working law. The most complete collection of Qin legal texts ever discovered. And buried within it, a short text called The Way of the Good Official. The Way of the Good Official. 5 principles. Written in plain, everyday language. The kind of language a soldier-turned-clerk would use. Not carved for the public. Not issued by the emperor. Written by a man. For himself. Rule 1. Tell the truth to your superiors, even when it's dangerous. She had been a soldier. On the battlefield, bad information gets people killed. He understood this in his bones. An official who tells his commander what he wants to hear is more dangerous than the enemy. Rule 2. Stay clean. No bribes. No corruption. But here's what she understood. that many people miss. Integrity is not a personal virtue. It's a collective one. One corrupt official poisons the people around him. Corruption spreads like rot in wood. The Qin legal code reflected this too. Take a bribe, and everyone involved faced punishment. Not just you. Rule 3. Take responsibility. If something goes wrong, you answer for it. This one is deceptively simple. In any large organization, ancient or modern, the easiest thing to do is pass the problem upward, or sideways, or pretend it doesn't exist. Xi's code said, face it directly. The ancient Chinese term literally means lift the matter up, pick it up, carry it, deal with it yourself. Don't pass it on. Don't look away. Own it. Rule 4. Choose what is right, not what is easy. Rule 5. Respect the people. Not fear them, not manage them, but respect them. From a government official in 221 BCE. Now pause for a moment and think about that. This wasn't written by a philosopher sitting in a garden. This wasn't propaganda carved for the public to see. This was written by a man who had fought 3 wars, spent decades enforcing law in a small county, and died at his desk. And when the Qin legal codes confirm what she believed, things get even more surprising. Environmental protections. No cutting trees at certain times of year. No blocking rivers. No destroying natural resources without cause. Legal access for everyone. Even the lowest classes, even slaves, had the right to bring complaints before a court. And late penalties for government labor. If you were delayed 3 to 5 days, a verbal warning. 6 to 10 days, a small fine. And if bad weather caused the delay, the obligation was cancelled entirely. This is not the empire of random terror. This is structured, disciplined, bureaucratic, in the truest sense of the word. And that's where the real paradox begins. Because the most dangerous systems in history aren't always built by madmen. They're built by true believers. People who are absolutely convinced they are creating order. People like Xi. In a system this precise, there's no room for flexibility. No room for human error. No room for a bad harvest, a grieving family, a year that just went wrong. Everything is defined. Everything is enforced. And over time, something starts to break. The system stops adapting. It stops listening. And eventually, it stops serving the people it was meant to protect. So maybe the Qin dynasty didn't collapse because it was chaotic. Maybe it collapsed because it was too rigid, too precise, too perfect, to survive in an imperfect world. She never knew any of this. He died believing in the system, believing in the 5 rules he had written down, proud enough of them to take them into the grave. 2,000 years later, archaeologists pulled those slips out of the earth. And what they found wasn't the record of a tyrant's empire. It was the life's work of an ordinary man who believed, genuinely believed, that doing your job with honesty and care was enough to hold a civilization together. Maybe he was right. Maybe he was wrong. But here's the question he leaves us with. If you were inside that system, a system that is efficient, clear, and absolutely certain of itself, would you follow it perfectly? Or break it? Just enough to stay human?